Hello everyone. I'm going to do a video series on Roll20 macros and just tools I've created over the years that I've found useful. The first one we're going to touch on today is the diagonal distance calculator. One of the issues you get into with two-dimensional tabletop games is characters that can fly, or if you're swimming or climbing, or just changes in altitude in general can be really frustrating to try to calculate range with. And so there's all kinds of house rules to get around this, but I don't think that's necessary since we have access to the Roll20 backend and the computation there. So let's dive into it. So here's my macro that I've created. I'm actually going to delete that and just run through it with you. So the first thing here is just a label for the text box that's going to pop into the chat so that our GMs know what's going on. Obviously, you can use macro templates and such if you'd like to dress it up a little, but I've found that that's largely, it just clutters the chat. You don't really need to do that. So we want to encase our macro in brackets because we want it to spit out a number. Then we're going to put in a floor macro or a floor function because we want to round down. As you can see here, if you try to do some of these calculations, you'll get pretty crazy long decimals, and that's not really useful to us when we're operating in like 5-foot square situations. So there's that. Then I'm going to add another pair of brackets there just to encompass everything, and then we're going to dive into queries and have it run some computation for you. So we're going to leverage that. We're just going to ask the player for horizontal distance, and then we're going to square that because the Pythagorean theorem. And I'm not going to go through teaching you all math today. If you don't know that, you can definitely look up another video. We're going to create another query because we need the other part of our equation. And then all of that we're actually going to take to a half power, which is a square root, and then we'll throw feet on the end just for good measure. So here is what this looks like. Say somebody is 10 feet away, 30 feet up, and in Pathfinder we tend to round down, so there you go, 31 feet. Now if we wanted to, we could throw a enter in here so that it always appears on the following line. And of course you can go in here and you can make it visible to all your players so they can all benefit from that calculator. I find it's a very, very helpful macro to have.